For today's video, I am talking all about the Instinct Raw Meals chicken recipe freeze-dried cat food. So this is a food that I have been feeding my cat Ollie for over a year now. They do actually have two versions of this. They have a kitten version and they also have an adult cat version. So of course we are using the adult cat version and now ever since Ollie turned 1. So that is what we have been using and Ollie absolutely loves it, right? Yeah, he absolutely loves it, and he loved the kitten version as well. So this is a great food if you are a beginner when it comes to feeding your cat raw. It's a great, easy introduction to feeding your cat raw. So on the front of the label for the name of this, it does say chicken recipe on it, and when any type of cat food says a meat and then a recipe on it, it means that there has to be at least 25% of that meat in the formulation, but it can also be anywhere from 25% and I believe like 94%. So that is the amount of chicken that would be in that food or whatever meat it has listed. So in this case, chicken. Now they actually do specify for this exactly how much is in here. So it does have 85% chicken meat and organs, and then it also has 15% fruits and veggies for a complete and balanced cat food. They do have two different sizes of this, and I always get the larger size of this, which is the one that you can see here in this video. It is the 25-ounce bag and it retails for $54.99 on the Chewy website. That is where I personally purchase it, and you can get it a little bit cheaper if you do their subscribe and save. That is normally what I do. So that is, I believe it's like about $2 cheaper when you do it that way. So for some people, and I've seen a lot of people who think it is expensive, I get it is kind of pricey, especially if you are feeding it as your like only food that you're feeding your cat. However, for me personally, I actually don't find it to be too pricey at all because this is not the main and only food that I feed my cat. I actually only feed him the Instinct Raw only one meal a day. So this bag will actually last me like 3 to 4 months, which is quite a long time. So for me, it's not really pricey at all for the way that I feed it to my cat. Of course, that is going to vary on person to person, how much you're wanting to feed this to your cat and the portions that you're feeding to your cat with this food. But for me, because I do feed my cat a variation of foods, this is not the only thing that I'm giving to him. So therefore I'm able to make this bag last quite a long time before I have to get a new one. If you're not familiar with freeze-dried raw, you might be wondering why freeze-dried, what's good about it? So the freeze-drying process actually preserves the quality of raw food nutrients such as proteins, amino acids, enzymes, fats, and probiotics. So this is a great way to feed your cat raw in a more kind of like convenient way if you are personally just feeling like going fully raw is a lot harder for you. So like I had mentioned, this really is a great beginner way to start introducing your cat or kitten to raw foods. So then let's look into the ingredients a little bit. So for the ingredients, the first one is chicken, and it does include ground up bone. There is the muscle meat there. This also has chicken liver and chicken heart, so that's great. Chicken heart is great. And it also has a salmon oil. What I really like about this is that they actually tell you what type of fish oil they're using. Sometimes in cat foods, they just say fish oil, which kind of leaves questions there. I don't like it when the food leaves questions. You don't know what exactly they're using. So I really do like it that they do specify the type of fish that the oil is from. So it does have salmon oil in here, so that's great. And that is going to be good as a source of omega-3 that can help with the skin and fur health of your cat. So that's great that they have that added in here. Now they do also have carrots, apples, butternut squash, blueberries, and spinach. And while normally I don't really like when cat foods have this kind of thing in here, a lot of cat foods, most cat foods do have ingredients like this in their food, and that is because it kind of adds some of that like whole food nutrients that cats would naturally get in the wild from their prey, because you know they do eat the complete prey. They are eating the stomach contents of their prey that does eat those things. So that is why I feel like they include these ingredients in here. But remember, this is only a small percentage of the ingredients that is in here. The important part is that the fruits and veggies are just a small part of the food. So overall, this is a great freeze-dried raw option to give to your cat. I feel like it's very convenient. I can actually fit these pieces into an automatic feeder. So I have done that before. In the automatic feeder that I have, it works works to fit the size of these. I really like the feeder that I have. I'll link the one that I have in the description box below. I like that I can use that in the feeder if I ever need to and I want to. Of course, when it comes to feeding freeze-dried raw, it is great if you can hydrate it. So I normally don't feed this out of my feeder for the majority of the time. I only do it sometimes if like I'm away for a day or something like that, or on vacation. But normally I do hydrate this. I do normally feed this food to my cat for breakfast. So he gets like little chicken nuggets for breakfast. That's what my husband and I like to call it. But I do add some hydration. So I do add water to it to rehydrate this, because cats very much do need to get a lot of their moisture from their food. So obviously there's not really as much moisture in this because it is still a freeze-dried food, but still this is much better than kibble. It is a great alternative to kibble if you're wanting to switch to something. So I will give this to my cat for breakfast. I'll add some water. Sometimes I'll add some other type of like meat powder. Like sometimes I'll add a green-lipped mussel powder to this in order to give him a little something extra, a little more flavor or like seasoning to his water. But a lot of times I'll even just use plain water with this, but it is great to hydrate the freeze-dried raw food when you can. So that's what I like to do. But overall, this is a great raw food. If you are interested, I will have it listed and linked in the description box below. Again, I've been using these for years. I used the kitten version for the entire time, all the way up until Ollie was 1, and then I started using the adult version once Ollie turned 1. So we've been using this food for quite a while. So yeah, and I'm definitely going to be feeding the kitten version again once we do get another kitten, because we are going to get Ollie a sister. He definitely needs another cat companion. So yeah, it's a great food. I would definitely recommend it. I will have both the kitten and the adult version listed and linked in the description box below if you do want to check it out. And if you found this video helpful and you are thinking about purchasing these because of this video, because it helped you out, then it would mean so much if you would use the link in the description box below, because it's no additional cost to you, but it does really help to support this channel so that we can continue creating free videos here on YouTube, but no pressure. But if you do use the link in the description box below, then thank you so much for the support. It really means so much as we are trying to grow this channel. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see even more cat content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to our channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for our next video.